Okay, so workout number 8 in your kettlebell program. I'm going to go right into this. So your first movement you are starting with is fast high knees, modification, slow high knees, and then ninja movement is tuck jumps. From that you're going right into kettlebell swings. This is where you're going to be using your heavier kettlebell. Following that you will set your bell down safely and go right into mountain climbers. If you're not able to do mountain climbers fast, you can just do them slow, especially if you're winded, just catch your breath. Or you can hold a static plank on your toes or on your knees. If you want to do the ninja move for mountain climbers, it's just faster. You're trying to go all out the entire time. Then you're going to jump right up to your feet, grab 2 bells, and you're moving into your double bell swings. So to make these the kettlebell swings or these double bell swings easier or harder, that's just done with changing the weight that you're working with. Remember, on any type of swing, your core is engaged on that way down. Support your low back as you're dropping forward, and your glutes are working to lift your bells up. And then the 5th movement in section A is walkout planks. So the regular movement, you'll be in plank position, and you're going to walk your hands out, keep your hips level when you're doing this, as far as you can, and then you walk them back in so that they're underneath your chest. Now, if that's not an option for you, you can first modify by doing that on your knees and just taking maybe 1 step out and 1 back in, or you can do a standing walkout. So you're standing here, you lean forward, place your hands on the ground, and then walk your way out safely into a plank, pause, and then push through your palms and walk your way back up. So that's your modification. And then a ninja version of that movement is to simply reach out further or to hold that reached position longer. Alright, so following that you're going to be back weighted jump squats. That's where you're starting by holding your kettlebell like this, sort of like you do when you put them up into tricep extensions. And you're going to set it on your back. Your elbows are close to your head. The bell's resting on your back safely. Feet are close together. And you're in a low squat, jump, land, coming out of that squat quickly. So, to make this easier, your options are weighted jump squats, where you're doing your regular jump squats with the bells at your sides. Or you can put the weight down, go to body weight jump squats. Or if you're still not at a point you can jump, if you have injuries or anything, you can do weighted squats, or you can do body weight squats. To make it a ninja movement, you lift a heavier bell in that back weighted squat, or you want to make an extra effort to go quick. It will get tempting as the 3rd and 4th set come for you to do a squat, jump, pause, and the next one. Try your best to come out of that squat position really quickly. Okay, following your back squats, you have curtsy squats. You're going to be holding your weight for the entire time here. You're just going to be switching the sides that you go to. So you'll start with 1 bell in each hand, and you're going to step across and just outside the other foot, so it's not massive, creating excessive torque on your hip. You're going to step across and back, drop down, and you're focusing on the front leg, pushing into your front heel to come up. And then you'll continue on this side for that 30 seconds, and then you'll switch to the other side. So I'm going to set these down. Where your attention is when you're in this position, outside here, you're engaging right here and pushing into your heel to come up, and on the lowering phase, you feel a little bit more on the inside of your quad versus the typical squat that you'll feel on the top and on the sides. To make this easier, you can practice it with body weight. If you have any knee or hip issues, don't do the curtsy squat. Do a regular, instead of stepping across, step back and do lunges. And you'll do the same idea though, same leg forward for the first part, then the other leg, and you'll keep switching like that. You've got the directions. Alright, following those, double bell jerks. So, that's that movement I always tell you requires more coordination. So, if you're experienced, you'll get a lot of benefit from this. If not, you're going to work on push presses. So the regular move, you're going to use a moderate weight and do double bell jerks. Remember, when you lower your bells, your legs are straight. and you start again. So don't lower into a squat and then go like that. Straight legs, restart every rep, like this. Now if you're going to do a push press, that's where you're bending your knees once. So your legs are straight, you bend, press your bells up, lower legs are straight again. So you're getting a little help from your legs on that bump. And then you're using more upper bodies and shoulders than if you were doing a jerk. All right, following those, you're going to get into some snatches. To do the snatch, you're doing single arm snatches. You have doubles in your other work. I think this is your first single bell snatching. So bell is in between your feet, squat down, push it back through your legs, and then up into lockout position. There's tons of detail that I could give you about snatching, but this is just basic kettlebell for fitness. Make sure basic things, you keep your bell in a straight line, don't let it get out and around from your body like that. Make sure your arm is strong at the top, ready to catch the bell. So you drop it and keep it high in your upper inner thighs. You should not be like this. You should not be the low squat reaching. I'll show you, you can see that will put your low back in an unsafe position. So when you drop your bell, lean back, keep it close to your body, and then bring it up. And you're bringing it up by using your hips. You're lifting from underneath. So up. There we go. So hips lifted up, and then your arm is strong to catch that momentum. All right, when you're switching arms in the snatch, you're doing an alternating swing. So this is an alternating swing here. The bell gets switched from one hand to the other when it's parallel to the ground. So I'll show you in the snatches. So you'll be doing your time on one arm, and then it's time to switch, bring it parallel to the ground, and then you're on the other arm. All right. Okay, following snatches. You'll have another round of those back-weighted jump squats, and then you're going to move into some back work. So your back work, you have renegade rows. All right, both bells underneath your chest. Be safe with these. I don't recommend doing it on the carpet. It's not very stable at all. Make sure your bells stay under your chest. So I'll demonstrate without the bells. Here, if your bells are out in front of you, the force is going to go this way. Bell's going to roll over. You have good potential for hurting yourself. So keep them underneath your chest. And when you're doing the row, if you're rowing with your right arm, more of your attention's on the left arm, pushing down into that bell and staying safe. So you're pressing into the left arm and then rowing with the other arm and alternating. And you're keeping your hips level. If you row with your right arm, your hips are going to want to do this. You want to really challenge your core to work to keep your hips level. All right, that's a regular move. To make it ninja, increase the weight. Definitely don't recommend that movement if you're a beginner. So your option is going to be bent over rows. Stick your butt back, head up, back's close to parallel to the ground, but your shoulders are above your hips. Your elbows are going to the ceiling, and you're focusing on these middle back muscles right here, squeezing them together. Okay. Following that movement, you're going to do either bent over flies or bent over rows. So if you were doing the renegade rows, you can do bent over rows as your regular movement, or the modification will be flies with a moderate weight or a light weight. Okay, so bent over flies. I actually don't have light enough bells here. Let's see. If you have any dumbbells, you can use those, or you can do these with body weight, or you can do another set of rows. All right, so bent over flies, same position as the bent over rows, this movement. Now your arms are staying straight, and they're coming out to the sides. So I'll show you this way as well. And you're using your middle back muscles once again in the back of your shoulders to lift that weight. Now, this is a lot weaker, this area here, than doing a bent over row. So make sure that you use light weight or body weight and just really concentrate on those muscles. You're going to follow that with a Y hold. If you have light weights, once again, you can use that. The weight will change the intensity of the movement. Otherwise, same position here, and then you're going to bring your arms forward, and you're looking straight down at the ground. You're going to hold this position here. Just a slight amount of weight, pound to 3 pounds, and you're going to feel a significant difference. Focus on the back of your shoulders and your back muscles to support that. Alright, so then you're repeating jerk snatches and back weighted jump squats. So that's workout number 8. Have fun!